Investigation on Carlee Russell's kidnapping says that she took a bathrobe, some toilet paper, and some other items from her job. Then she traveled to Taziki's and got herself something to eat. And then she went to Target where she bought some granola bars and Cheez-Its.
Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Taziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene.
Now, I'm not saying she's lying, but it ain't looking good. Welcome to another episode of Becoming with Angelina Watkins, and I'm your host, Angelina, your queen of becoming, here to help you achieve emotional, spiritual, and financial prosperity. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about the kidnapping of Carlee Russell. Now, you all, I was on TikTok a couple of days ago, and I seen this video of this guy talking about his cousin had been kidnapped, and the last that they heard that she had was leaving work, and she was on the highway, and she saw a toddler on the highway, and she stopped to see, why is this toddler on the highway? And she called the police, called 911, I guess, and said, hey, I'm on the side of the road. I found this toddler. You know, I don't know why this toddler's out here by themselves. And next thing you know, her car is there, but she's gone and there's no toddler. And so now we're all trying to figure out what happened to Carlee Russell. Oh my God, another Black woman kidnapped, trafficking. That's all we could think of is human trafficking. And they've used this toddler to lure her into a situation where she can be taken. And so now, you know, everyone's trying to get the word out about Carlee Russell and the kidnap and her being kidnapped, because you know, we have a hard time with the news media wanting to feature and put stories out about Black women being kidnapped and human trafficked. And so we have a hard time getting that media, national media attention on us in order to be able to find our children. And so what happened is, you know, good old TikTok, good old social media, you put a story out there and they will help you get the word out. They say forget social media, not social media, forget mainstream media. You don't want to help us, we're going to help each other. And so it became a big story. And then a story broke yesterday where I seen a police conference where the police just were not really believing the story.
Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data included several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "You have to pay for an Amber Alert," was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
So she was found, and they interviewed her, and the story she's given, I guess they find it to be a little suspect. And they, you know, did their little research on her internet and what she had been searching and the things that she was searching for. They just found it to be very suspicious. And now it is being rumored that she wasn't really kidnapped. And I want to talk about that, okay? Now, Before we get into that, I just want to let you know, for my newcomers, thank you for joining us. I want to welcome you. I started this podcast in order to help people become who they need to be so that they can do what they're purposed to do, so they can live the abundant life that they want to live. And so I talk about all kind of topics that's going to help you become a better version of yourself, to think better, to be able to control your emotions, to build healthy relationships, anything that's going to elevate you in your being so that you can get in a position to win at love, life, and money. And so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because I don't want you to miss another episode. I am here every Thursday dropping the knowledge, talking about the things that we need to talk about, thinking about the things that we need to think about in order to evolve in our being and be successful in life. So before I do, I don't want you all to forget, if you haven't gotten it already, make sure you pick up the book, Path to Prosperity, 17 Secrets to Building Wealth that you can start today. You all, I have given all of the secrets, and I have had people reading the book that were kind of thinking like, oh, this is just another one of those financial books, and I'm getting feedback like, oh my God, this book is really good. I know it's good. I know what I learned. I know what I know, and I know the secrets that they aren't telling you. And so I put it all in a book. Why? Because I want my people to learn how to build wealth from scratch, the principles you need to follow, the secrets that they apply, the things that they do in order to get that money. So make sure you pick up that book. Now, let's talk about this. Carlee Lee, kidnapped. And you might say, Angelina, what does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with my being? What does that have to do with me getting my life together and what I need to do? Because it's about character. Okay. And when you need to evolve in who you are, you have to look at your character and look at how you're showing up. Look at how you're thinking in your mindset. Think about how you're feeling and how you regulate your emotions, because all of that impacts you and determines whether or not you're going to be successful, whether or not you're going to go to the next level, whether or not you're going to be able to build that abundant life that you really want to live. Because let's face it, who we are today is getting in the way of who we need to be so that we can get that life that we really want. And so some of you have out there have settled. You're in your comfort zone, and you're staying in your comfort zone, yet you sit and say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that. And you're not doing what you need to do to get this and that. Because why are you not getting it? Because the person you are today requires you to be someone different in order to get it. What's the saying where they say, you keep doing the same thing, but you keep doing the same thing expecting different results? You have to be someone different if you want to get different results. And so you've got to get out of your comfort zone, and you've got to look at who you are. You've got to look at your character. You got to look at how you think and how you move in the decisions that you made. And Carlee Russell, I'm not here to judge her. I'm not here to say whether or not she was kidnapped or not. I am not a detective. I am not an investigator. I have not done any research. Okay, so for any of you out there listening, no, I have not done any research. I can only tell you what I've heard and seen on TikTok, what I've heard and seen from the police conference. That's all I know. And I'm not digging any further than that. I'm not saying she did it. I'm not saying that she didn't do it. But what I am saying is, if, the big word is if, this is made up, if this was planned, if this was all a scheme and a scam, then we have to look at our character. Who are you that you have the time to sit there and make up such a story and cause such an unnecessary frenzy in the world? You got people on TikTok upset because another Black woman has been kidnapped. You got the family upset because their loved one is missing that they care so much for. You've got her co-workers upset because she left work and that's the last that they seen of her. You've got the police upset because, listen, you've got the whole world upset looking for someone who planned it all out, allegedly planned it all out, that I'm going to fake my kidnapping. I'm going to make up this story. I'm going to call 911. I'm going to hide for a few days. Then I'm going to come out of hiding with this story as if I was really kidnapped, but I got away. And it just doesn't make sense why anyone would do that. Why would anyone do that? And for someone to do that, you have to start looking at who they are and their character and how they think. What was going on in her mind when she sat there and said, you know what? I'm going to do that. Did she realize the magnitude of such a story? And what did she not know or think that it would ever go this huge and national? Was she seeking the attention of someone, a man? You know, he's not paying me attention, so I'm gonna do this, and maybe he'll come to my rescue when I come up, alive. Like, what were we thinking? And I'm not saying that's what it is, you all, but what were we thinking? And when someone thinks that way, and then someone is willing to do something to that magnitude, to lie to the world, because I say the world because you called 911. And so you put the world involved. It's not like you just called your family and said, oh, I'm kidnapped and they want ransom, come and get me. You called 911. So you started to involve the police right away in your scam. What were we thinking? Who are you? What kind of person does that? And people, what I want to say is you got to start taking a look at how you think and the thoughts that are going through your head and the stories that you make up that you decide that you're going to do for whatever reason, that you're trying to get attention from someone, you're trying to get back at someone, you're trying to get revenge on someone, you're trying to get some type of sympathy, you're trying to get it. I mean, to me, it all boils down to attention seeking, right? We wanted some kind of attention, but who did we want the attention from? And she's not the first. I mean, we have people all the time faking their kidnapping. I can't think of names right now, but she's not the first. Just watch Snapped or Dateline or 2020, and we'll hear about these kind of stories all the time. You have women all the time lying about being pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. And now they've got this guy so upset about the fact that you're telling him that you're having a baby when you're really not. We have women who lie all the time saying that you're the father when they know daggone well that he's not the father. I mean, we just have people who lie all the time that messes up other people's lives, and it causes havoc in other people's lives. And it all boils down to character and your identity. And who are you? Who are you that you would think that it's okay to lie about these types of things? This is serious. We have women who lie about being raped. We have women who lie about a man assaulting them. We have women who lie about men beating them. And it's not just women. Okay, men lie too. But I'm just saying this. I'm talking to my women out there because it's Carlee Russell. She was a woman. We lie about these things, and it causes havoc in people's lives. And it leaves a stain on some people's reputation that is hard for them to get around or get away from, because once it's out there and people are running with it, and the truth can come out, but they'll still run with it. It's like on the episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I watched a recent episode where Kimmy is meeting with her husband's ex to talk about the rumor that she put out there that implied that she was the side chick. And so we say things and we know we're saying things that is going to destroy someone's reputation, but yet we let people run with it. And when they ran with the rumor, they ran with the lie, we can't come, and we don't want to come back. The people don't want to believe it. Like she's saying on the show, I never got with him until after he was married, but people are still dogging her out, calling her side chick, talking about her. And so once those things are out there, they're out there. And it hurts people's lives. It hurts their marriages. It hurts their children. It hurts their lives. And so who are you? You got to get back to your identity of who God created you to be. He did not create us to be these type of people who are lying, cheating, disloyal, okay, causing havoc in the earth. That ain't God's people. Okay, that's not what he designed us to do. That's not who he designed us to be. And if you're that type of person who wants to sit around and think about all the devious things you can do to cause destruction in other people's lives, then you need some healing. You need some healing. We got a character flaw here. If that's what you can do, if you have the ability to just outright make up a lie to hurt somebody's life or to draw attention to yourself because you're not getting the attention you want, you're not getting the money you want, you're not getting the things that you want, and you think that if I do this, that, everybody's going to flock to me. I mean, what was we thinking? I can't even begin to think what she was thinking because I don't think like that. Okay? But I just want to say to you, it's about your identity, y'all. Y'all got to think about who you are and the things you do before you do them and the consequences of your actions. That's what it's about when I say I'm here to help you become who you need to be so you can do what you're purposed to do so you can live that life. We sabotage our life. She sabotaged her life. I don't know what her profession was, but she seemed to be doing well for herself. Why would you destroy your life like that? Why would you sabotage your life like that for 15 minutes of fame? They say negative attention is still good attention. No, it's not. Not when you stain your reputation and your personality and your character and your identity of who you are. Think about the things you do and think about the things you say before you say them. Because you just could be sabotaging your life for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Y'all, we got to think before we speak and we got to think before we do. If this is a lie, that was just plain stupid what she did. And it makes absolutely no sense. All right, I'm done. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Tell me what you think. Whether it's a lie or not, tell me what you think about what is going on in her story and the police thinking that it's all a hoax and this wasn't real and it could possibly be a lie. I want to hear from you, okay? Now, before we get out of here, you always know I'm going to tell you where you are. Is not where you have to be. Your past does not define you. This does not have to define her. She can bounce back. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a while, but she can bounce back. Where you are is not where you have to be. Your past does not have to define you. You get to define you, but you got to heal, transform your mind, transform your emotions, and pursue the person that God has created you